Ho, ho, ho!
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by, and I would love it if you would consider subscribing. And if you subscribe, hit that notification bell so you won't miss an upload. And to my returning subscribers, you know I love you so much. Okay, what we're doing today, as you can tell, Melvin's with me, and we are going to do some baking for Christmas 2021. Have 3 wonderful recipes. The first one we're going to be making is mini peppermint bark cheesecakes. These sound like they will be to die for, okay?
Yeah.
And so let's get this one going, all right? Okay, you're gonna need a package of Oreos. You're gonna need 16, and I've already taken them and put them in a food processor and ground them really fine, okay? And then you have to preheat your oven to 350 and put your cupcake liners in. I thought these were so festive. Santa, stop here. Love it, okay? Next you want to take 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter. I just microwaved mine and put it right in here with this, with the cookie crumbs. And then we're going to just combine this until it's well mixed. Okay, and I think I can probably just do this. This is going to be our crust for...
Looks good.
Yeah, it does. It smells good too. Okay, I think that looks like it's well combined. All right, next what we're going to do is take a heaping spoonful and put into each cookie liner and press it down. And that is going to give us our delicious crust for these cheesecakes. These would make such a nice presentation if you're having a get together or if you want to just give somebody a gift. And it's really not that hard to make, but it looks like you really worked hard. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to let Melvin get in on the action. Okay, now you need to take 16 ounces of cream cheese that is at room temperature and put it in a bowl. And then you're going to take some sugar, a 1/3 cup of sugar, and you're going to beat that together until it's well combined and there are no lumps. Okay, he switched to this, but I'm serious, that has a very good flavor. Now you want to take 2 eggs, and you want to take a 1/2 teaspoon of peppermint extract.
This is gonna be good.
It is. Okay, now we're going to put in a 1/2 cup of sour cream. Okay, next it calls for a 1/2 cup chopped Andes Peppermint Crunch. I couldn't find it, so it said that you could substitute the Hershey's Candy Cane Kisses, and I just chopped it up with a knife. So he's just going to fold this in there. This is going to be so good.
Oh, yeah.
What a wonderful gift this would be, or wonderful presentation for Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, even New Year's.
It's just fun to make together.
It really is, and to get the family together, it just makes wonderful memories. Okay, this looks like, as far as we go, they make 16. Okay, now we're going to pop these in the oven and then we'll come back and we'll start on our next recipe. Okay, now we're going to make 7-layer magic cookie bars, or 7-layer bars, or I've heard them called O. Henry bars. These are going to be so delicious. Okay, so what you need is take 1.5 cups graham cracker crumbs. I just got the Honey Made graham crackers and used my food processor and ground them up. I think the flavor is much better, okay? And then you're going to take 1/2 cup of butter and pour that in there and all that deliciousness. Okay, and then you just take a fork and mix this all together. That's what the recipe calls for, a fork. So that's what I'm going to do. And the Cookie Monster is in the house and will be making his famous Snickerdoodle cookies very soon. And you know, I never was a big Snickerdoodle cookie lover, but his I like better than chocolate chip cookies, and that's saying a lot. Okay, so what you want to do now, once this is completely mixed nicely, and you know, the butter and the graham crackers. Okay, now what you want to do, we have a 13 by 9 inch pan, and he cut me some parchment paper and put down in there, and then I went ahead and sprayed it with Pam to make sure my bars wouldn't stick, even though this is non-stick, all right? So what you want to do is just pour this lovely mixture right in this pan. I wish you could all come over and have some of these desserts with us. We are not going to be able to move. But what a way to go.
Oh, yeah.
You can also freeze these. All right, and then I'm just going to start spreading this out inside this pan. Oh, this smells so good. Okay, now you evenly pour this condensed milk, it's a 14-ounce can, over these bars, the crust really for the bars. And if you've never had these are to die for. I love them. Have you ever had these?
No, I haven't.
Oh,
But they look really
they're delicious.
fattening, but luckily at Christmas time the calories don't count.
They're delicious, is all I got to say. Then you're just going to take 1 1/3 cups of these shredded coconut flakes and pour over top of this. So good.
It smells good.
Then you're going to take, it calls for 1 cup of the semi-sweet chocolate, but we really like these, so I think we're going to put the whole bag.
Just put the whole bag. Yeah.
And you just, I mean, this is such an easy little thing you can throw together, but yet it makes you look like you work so hard, and it's delicious. It doesn't fail. And now this is dark chocolate. You could use milk chocolate if you wanted, but this is dark chocolate. And then this will just all melt together in this ooey gooey deliciousness of life. Okay, then you take 1 cup of butterscotch morsels. Same principle, we love butterscotch, so we're just going to put in the whole thing. You can see, oh, I wish you could smell this, is all I can say. So divine, so delicious.
Boy, it's going to be wonderful.
It's
How long before the present?
It'll be a while. Okay, then you take 1 cup of chopped nuts of your choice. We both love pecans. So I just put them in my food processor, chop them up, and then you just top this. You could use walnuts, you could use, some people use peanuts, just whatever that you like. If you have a nut allergy, you could always put something else in and leave the nuts off. But this is just so good, and it just makes a delicious bar. Okay, Now, what we're going to do, this is what this looks like. What we're going to do, and it smells delicious, we're going to bake in a preheated 350-degree oven for 25 to 30 minutes or until lightly brown. And then we're going to let it cool and cut it into bars, okay? Now, we'll be back with our third dessert. Okay, now what we're going to do is make easy, no-bake white chocolate Thin Mints. If you prefer dark chocolate, you definitely could do that. So I just melted a Ghirardelli white chocolate. It called for 12 ounces. I had the 10, so I went ahead and used it. I melted that. Then once it's melted in the microwave, then you want to put 1/4 teaspoon of peppermint extract in there, which is not a lot. And stir that up. Then it calls for these Nabisco famous chocolate wafers, okay? This is so simple. Then all you do is take this, dip it down in there, flip it over, and then hold it up and let it drip off. Put it on your wax paper and then sprinkle it with some candy canes that I crushed up. You can either use candy canes or just candy mints, but I did the candy canes. You want to do yours?
Oh, yes. Sounds good.
And you take about 10 of those candies, those peppermints, and crush them up. And they're so festive. Okay, now we're going to let these completely harden and dry. And we are going to go into Snickerdoodle. Okay, now the Cookie Monster is going to be making his famous Snickerdoodles. These are delicious, so take it away, Cookie Monster.
All right, I'm ready. What's our first ingredient, baby?
Okay, now for time purposes, he's already put out his ingredients here, and he told me to do the talking. So that's why he's not doing it. Okay, it says 1.5 cups of white sugar. 1.5 cups. Okay, of white sugar he's putting in his bowl. Then he's going to put 1 cup of softened butter. And he went ahead and melted it. And then he's going to put in 2 eggs.
These are nice, farm-raised, happy eggs.
And then he's going to put 2 3/4 cup all-purpose flour. Okay. All right, so he's going to mix that until it's creamy.
This is what we're going to use to take our little balls and dip them in.
Okay, roll them in, coat
Roll them
them.
in there and coat them.
Okay, so now I guess what you're going to do is form your dough into 2 teaspoon-sized balls, roll them in the cinnamon, and cook them at 400 for how long?
5 to 7 minutes.
His cookies always turn out perfect. And what is your trick?
My trick is just love and care and take your time.
I think he takes them out, when they're still a little...
I take them out when they're a little bit undercooked.
Okay, so now he's just going to roll them and put them on parchment paper that he has here on these cookie sheets.
I drop them, is what I do. I get a little bit on my spoon. All right, well, go ahead and get us enough to make a nice little ball out of it.
So this makes 2 dozen cookies. Okay, now these are going in a preheated oven at 400 degrees for around 7 minutes.
Ooh, ready.
Okay, while Melvin's cookies are cooking, here are my mini peppermint bark cheesecakes. They look so good and they smell good. So I'm going to make the ganache to go on top, okay? So you just have to get some dark chocolate, and I have the Ghirardelli. It calls for 5 ounces. This is a 10-ounce bag, so I need half of it. And then you take a half a cup of heavy whipping cream, combine all that. Then I'm going to microwave this for 30-second intervals, and I'm going to stir in between. Okay, and then this is what you get. Look at this delicious ganache. So wonderful. Now I have to let this cool completely. Okay. He's getting the other pan out, and then he's going to put the others in, all right? Okay, while Melvin is fixing his cookies, I'm going to take my mini peppermint bark cheesecakes. Oh my gosh, they smell good. And I'm going to put this ganache on it. Now you're supposed to put like maybe a teaspoon on it. Okay, I mean a tablespoon. And then it says to use a knife to spread it. I'm just gonna kind of roll it like that. And then I'm gonna put it in my platter. And then when it sets up, then we'll top it with whipped cream. Okay, it's time to cut our 7-layer bars. You see how easy that comes out when you line that with parchment.
How big a piece as you want, baby? I'll take the whole one.
Just give us squares, you know, about like that, so like that, all the way down.
Oh.
And you're supposed to let it cool completely. Make sure you're going through that bottom crust. These are still a little warm. Okay, and you can see, look at this gooey goodness. And you can make your bars any size you want.
We're making the heavy eater size.
The serious chow down size. Okay, here these are. It's still, I put them in the refrigerator, but the ganache isn't totally set up. I just put whipped cream on 2 of them because I'm going to keep the rest of these in the refrigerator. Like I said, you can freeze them, but I don't want to put the whipped cream on it. Yeah, you can make your own whipped cream. It has a recipe for that. There's his Snickerdoodles. Here are our 7-layer bars. So delicious. And these are our white chocolate thin mint crunch. So we are going to do a nice little taste test for you. Okay, we're going to start with these cheesecake crunch cupcakes. I think that's what it was called. Here's yours. Now I don't know how well this ganache is set up, so we're going to try it. But it's set up pretty well. And that's what you see.
Delicious. Delicious. Really good. Set up really nice.
Highly recommend these. These are delicious. But I have a lot to go through, so I'm going to pace myself. Okay, next I guess we'll try your Snickerdoodles.
Yes, sounds great.
You want to split one?
Let's split one.
Okay, here are his Snickerdoodles.
Light and fluffy. Oh man. Out of this world. If you've never had a Snickerdoodle, these are the ones you want to have.
Are very good.
Incredible.
Oh man.
2 winners so far.
Anyone would love to have these as a gift, or if you take these or you want to enjoy them, 10 out of 10.
Hit of the party.
Okay.
What's next, you choose?
7-layer bars. And I'm just going to let us split these. I have a feeling these are very rich.
Oh yeah. They set up nicely.
Now I have the others. They make more than this, but I have them over there cooling because they weren't completely cool. But look at that, how delicious. Mmm. So good.
Really good.
The flavors, the butterscotch, the chocolate, the coconut.
Really good.
So far, they're all 10 out of 10.
Really good.
I gotta get some water. Okay. Now we're gonna try the white chocolate crunch Thin Mints.
To the backside, it turned out good.
Mm-hmm, it really did. They're really crunchy.
Look at that.
Mmm.
Couldn't ask for better.
Those are good. Mmm. Really good.
Gets you in the season.
So, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. It really helps me out on YouTube. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, I would love it if you would subscribe and become a member of our family. And if you subscribe, hit that notification bell and set it to all so you won't miss an upload. So I will see you Tuesday. I'm pretty sure, weather permitting, we are going to do a fun little outing and take you along with us.
That's the plan.
So let me go get Maggie and let her say hi to you. Well, here is the baby, and she says, ooh, what deliciousness is around here. And she sees Daddy. And she smells everything that we've had. So until next time, bye guys.